Hello, I'm Louise Kenward and I'm the editor of this beautiful book, Moving Mountains, Writing Nature Through Illness and Disability. And it's my absolute pleasure to be with you this week, supporting Millions Missing during ME Awareness Week with ME Action this year. Through a series of short videos, I'll be reading and introducing some of the contributors to the anthology and sharing excerpts of the writing that illustrates some of the creative ways in which we engage with the natural world in small or slow ways, but no less remarkable. Moving Mountains is a collection of nature writing not ordinarily encountered in books on landscape and ways in which we inhabit and explore the natural world. It's about living with and connecting rather than conquering or overcoming. These are encounters that are no less significant or meaningful, but can show us new things that we would not have otherwise noticed. From a single falling raindrop to the enormity of the north wind, this is nature experienced wholly and acutely. Moving Mountains offers a vision of nature that encompasses the close-up, the microscopic, and the vast. And I want to start with reading a little from my introduction. New narratives. Without clear models of understanding and knowledge, we have the capacity to create our own. Rather than seeking a nature cure or offering inspirational and problematic messages of conquering and overcoming, Moving Mountains is a collection of stories exploring our connection with, and at times disconnection from, the world around us and the more than human. They are explorations of connection from places of dwelling and inhabiting in bodies that remind us daily of their presence. I hope that in creating this collection, we can demonstrate what an orchestra of voices there are, how much more nuanced and complex the narratives of illness and disability can be, and how much richer the narratives in relation to the more than human are when the diversity of experiences that exist are embraced. Moving Mountains is a collection of nature writing, poetry, prose, and all things in between, that connects with those most acutely aware that nature is not always of the green and pleasant land, and that the world around us, like our bodies, cannot be returned to what was following illness, injury, or accident. Themes of time through seasonal change and transformation, of mirrors between the before and after, so acutely felt in chronic illness and acquired disability, can all be found in this collection, along with a very clear sense that we are all a part of something much larger than we can ever fully know or appreciate. Communities are referenced throughout this anthology, be them families, friendships, disability communities, wider society, or ecosystems. There is a palpable sense of being more than and a part of humanity when living with illness and disability that makes tangible our interdependence and connectedness with one another. The intention for this book is to add to the experience of engagement with the more than human world, which has for too long focused on the physical accomplishments and dexterity and endurance of those who have climbed mountains and come back to share their tales and views from the top. What is less recorded, but more commonly trodden, is the path around the edge, from the window and on the screen, as we watch from our beds and our sofas. At a time when the world around us is showing us it is sick and at risk, the voices of people who live similarly with risk and vulnerability are able to offer different narratives and new knowledge to those who do not have to regard or question their own bodies in the same way. My hope for this anthology is that it will open up new worlds and connections across landscapes and experience, offering perspectives that invite the reader to look again at the world around them. Thank you so much for joining me today. I shall be back with another contributor later on in the week. And if you are wanting to follow up with your own writing during the making of this anthology, we ran a series of workshops, and the one that was supported by ME Action was also with Sussex Wildlife Trust and Nick Wilson. And we'll be hearing more from Nick later in the week, but if you'd like to revisit the workshop, I shall find the recording and add a link below. Thank you. Bye-bye.